Heyo, fellow viewers, and today we're going to be showcasing everything new added recently. We'll show the new fly enemies that got added alongside some new items. Anyways, let's get right into it.
Alright, thank you, Peter Griffin. Anyways, so we're going to be first starting off with all the new enemies added, and we're going to be ranking up on this cool little tier list here. So, let's start off with our very first enemy. First up here, we have the Flyler. A pretty lifeless little fly. Can't really hurt you too much, so I'm gonna have to put it right here. Overall, this is a pretty easy enemy if you know what you're doing. It does about 0.2 damage, which is probably the most lowest damage in the game for an enemy to do. And overall, I would say it's pretty easy to do. Just be careful if you find one of their hives. Now, let's move on to our next fly. Our next fly here is the Fly Guard, and oh boy, do I have a lot to say about this enemy. So, with that said, I'm going to put the Fly Guard right here. Now then, I know this is a bit of a big step up from, you know, not too bad to concerning or whatever I put it in, but yeah, this can be a very dangerous enemy if you are in trouble. What do I mean? Well, take a look at this clip. Oh my god! That's so bad! Upwards, go upwards! Nah, I'm just kidding with you. That was an old clip from when they were a little bit more broken. But yeah, overall, these guys can be a little bit dangerous. They can usually spawn from these two hives, and overall, if you're not careful, they can really do some nasty damage to you. For this, like I said, I would recommend getting the Marksman's badge and getting a bit of a shield. It could help you, but I would try to stay away from them. Let's move on to our pretty next dangerous enemy. Oh my, the Gunner Fly. This is probably by far, if not one of the most infuriating flies on here. And with that, it is going to have to go to the lethal tier. Now then, you might be thinking, well, Shadow Sniper, why are you putting it in such the most highest tier if it's that much of a big deal? I want you to look at this clip and tell me how this makes sense.
They won't get mad at me if I just don't attack them, right?
Yeah. Okay, these bees are a little bit...
Oh!
Salty's gone! Oh, and I'm gone!
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty dangerous. So overall, if you see one, I would really try to avoid it if you can. But it can mainly spawn from this hive, or maybe this hive. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. If you do see the hive, I would really try your best to go in and destroy it as soon as you can. So then you don't gotta deal with the Gunner Fly. But anyways, let's move on to our final fly on the list. Sir Butterfly the Fourth. Think of this guy as sort of similar to the Gunner Fly, but a little bit less weaker. And for that, I think I'm gonna put him in this spot, above the Guard Fly, but it is still pretty dangerous to counter him. He can spawn from this beehive alongside the Gunner Fly. Yeah, I've really got nothing else to say to him. I do like his design and his little wand or cane, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he's pretty dangerous. Just again, if you see a hive, try to destroy it if you can. But yeah, that concludes all of the bees ranked from friendly to lethal. And now we're gonna be talking about the brand new items added and how you can obtain them. So let's get to it. Alrighty, and to get the two items, it's actually pretty simple. So first off, to get the Fly Jam, you are going to need to destroy the, these kind of hives. They're the biggest ones, but you can mainly find these in the hollow, so I would recommend finding them. Now, do know this is a bit of a rare drop, so don't expect you to get it on the first try. It could take a couple tries. So then, with the Fly Jam, you can craft that with a sword, which can be crafted by this, which then allows you to get the Fly Swatter. Now, the Fly Swatter, I would say, is basically just a reskin of the Hollow Axe if it was a little bit more different. But yeah, that's really going to do it for today's video. I'm going to let Peter Griffin finish it off for us.
Shadow Sniper said I had to do this outro, so here we go. Thanks for watching this cool little guide. Hope it helps you well for knowing how to deal with the new enemies and stuff in this update. Welp as always, have a day and drink some water, hey.